Okay, in this video, we're going to go over finding an image, tracing it, and V-carving it. So we're going to start here on Google, and we're going to come up and click on Google Images. This is going to get us to just pictures. Now we're just going to type in deer, because I like deer. And over here under Tools, we're going to go ahead and refine this down. So I'm going to go to Tools, I go to Color, I'm going to go Black and White, and then I'm going to go to Type, and I'm going to go to Line Drawing. Okay, that's going to take out a lot of the stuff that's just not going to work very well. Okay, from here, we're going to go ahead and find the deer that we like. This one I like, looks pretty good. If you go and click on it and you come down here, you'll get some images that are going to be similar. So this one actually looks really cool. I like it. And what we're looking for are two big main things. First, it's going to be the size. And down here, it's going to say that this is an 822 by 1300. That's a good size. Anything about 650 or bigger is going to be where we want to be. Right click. We're going to go to Save Image As. And we're going to go in here. Notice that it is a JPEG file. So we're happy. Go ahead and click on Save. Now, if it's not a JPEG, there are other options. There's GIF and TIFF. And the one that doesn't work is a WebPD. So that's the one that will not work. So you're going to want to make sure it's a GIF, GIF, or a JPEG. Those are going to be our three main ones we're going to work with. Okay. At this point, we're going to go ahead and minimize this down, open up our Aspire, and we're going to use this as if we're putting it on an existing product. Now, when we do that, what we'll do is we're going to click on Create, and we're going to put our 0 in the center here. The reason I like it in the center when you're doing an existing product is because it's easier to center it up on like a door or a drawer if you use the center point as its 0, 0. So I'm going to go ahead and just make this kind of like I would if I was doing it for a drawer. I'm going to make this 16 long and make this like 4.5. And our thickness is going to be 3/4. My Z0 over here is going to be on the top. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. This button up here in the top is going to be Import Bitmap. And we're going to come over and find our deer. So here's our deer, and we're going to grab him and just shrink it down just slightly because I don't want the tips of the antlers or the bottom of the deer on there. And we're going to assume that you have some room for your detail that goes around the outside of the drawer. So this one might not be perfect for a drawer because it's really tall and not very wide. Let's modify it. Let's go ahead and make it for a door. So on a door, it'd be something closer to about an 8 inches here and about a 12 inches here. So it's going to fit more like this. This is going to give us a better usage of this picture. So good for a door, not for a drawer. I'm going to go ahead and size it up to about the size of a panel, somewhere right around there. Then we're going to use this Trace Bitmap tool. Okay, Trace Bitmap, we're going to come in. It's going to take a look at all of our blacks and our whites. So it takes all the grays, throws them away, and gives you either blacks or whites. Let's preview this, apply this, and then click on Close. And notice when I took all the grays out that all these went away. Really, really like that.
You say Trace Bitmap, is it that one that was covered?
It is, yeah. Yeah, and we put our mouse right over the top of it so they can see it.
Okay.
We do it. Oh, you're good. Okay, at this point, we're going to come up here to our layers. We're just going to turn off the bitmap layer. We're going to make sure that we have a nice looking deer. And we do. We have a great looking piece. So let's go ahead, select it all. Okay. And then we're going to move using this button over to our toolpath side where we're going to V-carve it. And I'm going to put a flat depth in here. I'm going to say a flat depth of nothing more than 1/4 inch. That means anything deeper than 1/4, it's just going to flatten out the bottom area. This makes it good if you're going to fill it full of resin, like a black resin or something, or if you're going to leave it just the way it is. Okay. I'm going to pick my tool, and I'm going to pick a 60-degree tool. And the reason I'm going to pick a 60, and we'll show you a little bit more about it, is I want to make sure that I get all the nice detail in there. So we're going to go ahead and say, I want this guy. I'm going to create our settings, and I'm going to apply it, and I'm going to select it. Now, because these lines are really, really close together, a sharper tool will cut a little deeper and give us a little bit better design. So we're going to go ahead and do that. For these big, wider areas, this is where we're going to use a clearance tool, and I'm going to grab in here an 1/8 inch end mill. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just click on Calculate. Here's what it's going to look like when it's done. So there's our deer. Now, If you want to see what it would look like if you filled it full of resin, all we do is come over here to the global fill color, check on it, and then we change that to black. And that's what it would look like if you backfilled your V carving with some black resin.